honestly don't remember how many videos I have done on John Leguizamo. This guy is such a clown. I don't know why he does what he does, aside from potentially trying to remain relevant within today's news cycle. But again, John Leguizamo is a man who is such a shell of his former self. I really considered him funny at one point. I actually loved him in The Son of Sam. I thought he did great in that movie. But again, John Leguizamo is just a shell of his former self. He has lived in Hollywood way too long that the virus that is affecting Hollywood has completely eaten his brain to the point where he is making stupid takes like this one. So John Leguizamo apparently said that he refuses to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie because they did not cast any Latin actors. I was groundbreaking and then they stopped the groundbreaking. Again, he has spun this story where he considers himself to be so amazingly groundbreaking because of his role in the Super Mario live action movie that came out ages ago. And again, that particular movie, I consider it to be a cult classic, okay? I don't necessarily love that movie, but I don't hate it. It falls into the category of it's so bad that it's good and it's funny, but it's something that, again, a lot of people have grown up on. People were kind of weirded out by it, but also excited for the notion of it. And it was one of the weirdest movies of all time. It had some of the worst ratings of all time. So I don't know exactly why he would consider himself to be groundbreaking. But again, this is a man who's thinking highly of himself more than what it actually is. So it says whether the result of a case of sour grapes, which I think it is, by the way, or a general need to virtue signal, it's also that probably too. Actor John Leguizamo has declared that he will absolutely not be seeing the Super Mario Brothers movie because the film does not star any Latin actors. Just imagine the idea that you have to see yourself in order to go see a movie. That is crazy stuff to me. You mean to tell me that you, John Leguizamo, have never seen a movie ever if it didn't have a Latin actor in it? This smells like sour grapes to me 100%. There's no way it's anything else but that. This man is obviously very upset over the fact that he was not cast for this movie and for this role. He thinks he owns probably Luigi, most likely, and ultimately they just don't care. Nobody cares about you, John Leguizamo. And that's why you are trying to constantly be in the headlines by saying stupid stuff like this. Which, by the way, guys, before we continue, please consider liking this video and helping us fight the YouTube algorithm and the suppression that we face every single day. I would greatly appreciate it. It says Leguizamo, who previously portrayed Mario's green-hatted brother Luigi in Hollywood's 1993 live-action take on the Nintendo icon, voiced his discontent with Nintendo's icon's latest silver screen outing while taking photos with fans on the streets of NYC. Approached by TMZ during his impromptu meet and greet, which occurred on the same day that the Super Mario Bros. Movie released in theaters, Leguizamo was asked by the celebrity gossip outlet if he would be catching the film, to which he reportedly declared, "No, I will not." They could have included a Latin actor, explained the Encanto star via a transcript of TMZ's conversation provided by Variety. Like, I was groundbreaking, and then they stopped the groundbreaking. They messed up the inclusion. They disincluded. They just cast some Latin folk. We're 20% of the population, the largest people of color group, and we are underrepresented. Well, that's because you're too focused on virtue signaling for black people. That's what Hollywood has chosen to make their diversity. Even when they add a Hispanic person in there for diversity, they'll call him an Afro-Rican or something like that. They'll tie him to the black community somehow, some way to make the diversity all about the black people. Because John Leguizamo, you gotta understand, Latino people don't care about this Hollywood bullshit regarding diversity, equity, and inclusion. The only reason you care about it is because that's your job. And on top of that, you're involved in the Hollywood woke virus. That's what you are. That's what's consuming you. So of course you're gonna care about it. But every other Latino out there who is living their regular life and living their best life, they don't care about this shit. They're not gonna decide whether or not they see a movie based on whether there's a Latino actor in there. Do you think they care about that shit? Nobody cares about that in this community, man. So you trying to say we're 20% of the population, bro? Out of that 20% of the population, like 0.1% care about this inclusion nonsense. Pressed one more time by TMZ on whether he had any intention of catching Illumination's animated effort, Leguizamo bluntly exclaimed, "Hell no." Yeah, he's definitely sour grapes. This man is absolutely sour grapes. Leguizamo's reaction comes as no surprise given that the actor has long been critical of the Super Mario Bros. Movie lack of Latin talent. In 2021, shortly after the film's announcement, the actor took to his personal Twitter account to complain, "So glad Super Mario Bros. Is getting a reboot. Obviously, it's iconic enough, but too bad they went all white. No Latinx in the leads." Oh my god. The fact that he even used Latinx just goes to show that he's not a real Latino. I don't care what anybody says. He is not a real Latino using that word. Groundbreaking colorblind casting in original. Plus, I'm the only one who knows how to make this movie work script-wise. You are so full. This dude is so full of himself. Why is his ego to this level? I don't understand. And the funny thing is, it's only with this particular IP. It's only with Super Mario Brothers does he have this level of ego. And I just don't understand how this is warranted or why he thinks this is warranted. Why are you thinking like this? What have you done that makes you think that you own this IP? It's crazy. So it says later speaking with IndieWire in November 2022, Leguizamo would once again take issue with what he saw as the film's lack of representation. The 1986 directors Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton fought really hard for me to be the lead because I was a Latin man, and then the studio didn't want me to be the lead, the actor said. They fought really hard, and it was such a breakthrough. For them to go backwards and not cast another actor of color kind of sucks. It's animated, bro. It's an animated movie. You guys say this all the time when they race swap people who do voice work, and you try to say, "Oh, it's a fake character, it's an animated character. It doesn't have to be white. So what's wrong with it being black?" Well, guess what, dude? It happened to you. Now what are you gonna do? Now what are you gonna do? You originally had a Latino slot that now has been taken over by a white guy, Chris Pratt, and that's why you feel some sort of way. And yet, despite all of Leguizamo's bleeding, the Super Mario Brothers movie actually does feature a Latin actor, and a somewhat prominent one at that, in its cast. Given his mother's birthplace in San Fernando de Apur and his confirmed blood relation to numerous individuals within the region, Fred Armisen, who voices Donkey Kong's father Cranky in the animated film, can be verified that he possesses Venezuelan heritage. Well, there you go, Mr. Leguizamo. I really don't know what to tell you other than that. I just don't get why this half-ass Latino actor, who clearly is not really a true Latino if he's using the words Latin X. I just don't understand why he thinks he owns his IP. You think you did such an amazing job as Luigi. First off, you weren't even Mario. You were the second character. So you were Luigi. You weren't even Mario. That's number one. Number two, the fact that you own this IP, this Japanese IP, just goes to show how ridiculous you are. That you need to see yourself in an animated film. You need to have a Latino voice, a character in the movie, which apparently you were completely oblivious to the fact that there was a Venezuelan person who was voicing a character. So again, goes to show what you know. You were too busy focusing on trying to be the main lead again. I don't know if you were having a midlife crisis or something along those lines where you're trying to relive your past by wishing that you could work on this movie. I think that's what it is, guys. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments down below, but I really do believe that Leguizamo wishes and is completely upset that he is not able to be in this film. I think he was probably one of those guys that was fully expecting to get a call from Hollywood to be in this movie for his previous work as Luigi in the previous live action movie. I think he was automatically expecting a call, and when he did not get that call, it must have destroyed him and his confidence completely and his ego, and that's why he's been lashing out. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.